YouTube, this is the Bucket. I'm sitting here molesting my everyday carry, the VP9SK, made by Heckler & Koch in 9mm. I pulled this gun out today because I had an interesting conversation with a coworker, and occasionally people will find out that I am a gun guy. And so I will get questions ad nauseum and wanting to add more people to the gun community. I'm excited. I'm happy to do so. And I had a young lady that I worked with that came up to me and said, "Hey, Bucket, I hear that you're a gun guy. I'm wanting to buy a handgun, and I was told to give you a holler." And I said, "All right, well, that sounds great. Welcome to the community. What were you thinking about purchasing?" She goes, "Well, I've tried out a bunch of different stuff, and I just kind of want your opinion on what's the best. What should I go out and get?" And I said, "Well, the first question I have to ask you for is, what do you need a handgun for?" And she goes, "Well, I don't understand." I was like, "Well, if you just, want something to have in the closet to plink around with once a year, or, when you got a niece or nephew in town, I will recommend one thing. If you're looking for a gun for home defense, that gives us a lot of different options. Or if you're wanting something that you can conceal and carry, I'm going to give you some very different options." And she goes, "Well, I really want something I can conceal and carry that I can carry with me to keep myself protected at all times." And I said, "All right, that helps out a lot." I said, "Well, how much money are you looking to spend?" Now, this particular coworker isn't somebody that makes a lot of money, and it was important to know, just what exactly she was hoping to get for her money. She goes, "Well, what's the difference between, an expensive gun and an inexpensive gun?" I said, "Well, you can range from 150 all the way up to, a gun like the VP9SK, which is what I would recommend, which is what I carry. And, if you wait for it to come on sale, you might see it for as low as $550. Or if you walk into a store and just want to purchase it, you're looking at $650, $700. And she said, and it ran down why I like mine. She goes, "Well, what would I get for a $150 gun?" And I said, "I just don't know." And she goes, "Well, I don't have a lot of money, and I want to make sure that I get the best bang for my buck." And so I said, "Well, that's a good question." And that kind of inspired this video that I'm going to do today. And I'm going to refer to this series of videos as the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I went out and I bought 3 firearms. I bought a High Point C9. I bought a Taurus G2c. And then I bought a Beretta Carry, or APX Carry. Now, this gun cost me $150. This gun I ordered for $240 after I paid my FFL fees. It was a little over $250. And this gun, I went to Riker Arms here in Wichita, spoke with Kevin. He set me up with this gun, and it was right around $360. So I call this the good, the bad, and the ugly. $150, $250, $350 guns. And I'm going to unbox them here for you today. Then I'm going to do a first impressions video on each one of these, and then I'm going to take them all to the range, and I'm going to put them through their paces. I'm going to shoot them. I'm going to, see what they do, how accurate they are, how reliable they are, quirks, triggers, all kinds of different stuff. And then I'll come back to you at the end of it and say, "All right, well, this is what you get for each one of these guns. And if you're okay with that, then you pick kind of where you're at." When you get above $400, you're getting into your M&Ps, you get into $500, you're getting your Glocks, $600 SIGs, HKs. There's tons of videos on those. There's a lot of different features on those. But I wanted to do something where I really compared the kind of sub $200, sub $300, sub $400 guns, and just really, hey, if this does everything you need it to do, then why spend an extra $200? So we'll put these two off to the side. We're going to do a little bit of unboxing action. Now, I'm not going to get into the rundown of the guns because I'll do a whole video on those. This video would take forever if I went through all of them. So obviously you get the gun, the ugly High Point in all of its glory. I had taken this out earlier. You get a little tool. I'm guessing this is to adjust the barrel if you had any issues with it. I will tell you that this end is not the punch to disassemble the gun. So when I went through the instructions, I saw you needed a punch to disassemble this. I've ordered it. It'll come in because I believe in keeping my gun good and clean. I was kind of excited about this. This is a rear sight. It's called a ghost ring sight. Leave a comment down below if you want me to go ahead and mount this and compare it to the sights that it comes with. Really cheap gun lock as required by law. Not the cheap part, but you know, for $150. This is the bag that it came in that said, warning, do not do anything with your firearm until you read the instructions, fellow. You have homework to come along with your gun. And then you get this wonderful manual, which is actually pretty high quality. Now, they really do black and white. They've got some yellow colors, but the photos are black and white. Good information. I've actually read this a little bit. So I purchased this firearm first. Now, I haven't fired it. I've just tinkered around with it. And so I've read through this because that's how I figured out that I needed the punch and what size it was. And I've got that punch, like I said, on its way coming. Hang fires, warning about this specific gun, hang fires and how to handle them. Okay, so you can go over that. That is what you get in the high power. It is a nice box. They went through and checked off what model you got, what color you got. It's a very, very functional setup for an inexpensive firearm. No frills, but it gives you all the things that you need to start. Now, you notice there was not an extra magazine in there. You get one 8-round magazine with this high point, so didn't get any spares there. Now, I literally got off of work from the driver's education, and I had gotten a phone call saying, your last gun for your good, the bad, and the ugly is in. That is a Taurus G2c. Now, I've owned a couple of Tauruses that I've picked up in trades or things like that. I've never bought a Taurus before, so I'm kind of interested in what you get. So, you start off with a coupon for a laser. I don't use lasers. 3-dot sights are what I use to get the bullets to go where I want them to go. And you know what? If you just line them up right, the bullets go there. You don't need a laser. So I probably will not be using that. Stop! Get your warranty put in. All right, we'll get to that when we get to that. Then you got your manual. Two-sided little jobby there. This is a nice manual, color throughout, good images. Taurus has been around for a long time, and they know that their guns may need some information on them, so they go ahead and they give you a good manual. Collects branded gun locks, and one of the branded gun locks I don't have is Taurus. They used to brand gun locks, and I do not own one of those, and I want them. I got a Chris Vector, I've got XD, I've got Springfield, I got IWI. Do not have Taurus. Need that one. But what do? Then you've got the firearm. Again, this is not the video that we're going to be talking about that, although you do get a beautiful little warning sticker, just in case. This is the bag, and I kid you not, guys. I keep everything. Everything they come with, I keep. I fold it up all nice and pretty like, and I put it in here. This one had a little hole in it. I think my FFL may have put it in there. And a second 12-round double stack magazine comes with this Taurus. So you do get a fair amount of stuff with your Taurus. So if nothing else, that extra magazine is going to come in handy. It makes range time a little bit more gooder when you got more than one magazine, for sure. All right, so that is the Taurus G2c. Get that put back over here with our high point. And last but not least, we have the Beretta APX Carry. Now, this gun right here is what I refer to as the micro carry, which is the single stacked version of kind of their normal run gun. So APX has a full size, has a Centurion, has a compact, and now has a carry. This comes in this box that has been tonered over. That toner is starting to wipe off. I'm not gonna lie to you, a little disappointed with Beretta. I figured they could get a slightly higher quality. We are giving them a little bit more money. You compare that to the nice sharpness of, let's face it, the High Point or the Taurus. Leaves a little something to be desired. You do get a cool card that says this is what's going to happen when you get underneath here, and so put that off to the side, and it comes with a Beretta envelope. And actually, I know this is dumb. I like these envelopes. I have 2 of these that are branded by FN. There's nothing in here other than just the fabric. There's no pocket. There's a little bit of stuffing in there, nothing to make it rigid, but it is branded. It says Beretta on it, and that can be useful. That can be nice to have in your range bag. Once you get underneath there, you do not have 1, but you have 2 spare magazines. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I went ahead and I took some of my snappy caps and I loaded this puppy up to see if there was a couple more rounds of mag capacity in there, and lo and behold, there was not. This is still an 8-round capacity magazine, just like the other 2, but for $350, you are getting 2 extra magazines, not just the one that comes in the gun. You get a Beretta branded gun lock. Again, I have a couple of these, but at least they took the time to put their name on it. Now, what these little plastic pieces are, and they are branded as well, is these are the bottom of the magazine. So if you don't like the way that this extra part down here feels, you can replace this big chunky piece with this small piece and have some more conceal and carry, more concealability for your conceal and carry. So these actually are really pretty helpful. I mean, most companies are going to charge you $10 for one of these, so you do have some extra ability there. Join the NRA with Beretta. No Lampierre. You can I'll support somebody that's actually going to protect my gun rights. APX Carry, this is the manual. It is a good manual. It's dense. It's got lots of information in it. It's a little bit smaller to read, but it is a high quality manual. So they did put forth some time and energy on this, and that is a good manual. You do get your warranty card information, and you do get the actual bag it came in. So when you buy a gun, as soon as the gun comes in, the dealer will go ahead and open it up and verify that the serial numbers match. So you don't really get to open up your gun and see it for the first time. So you did get a fair amount of stuff here, and I do like some of the extras that come with this. Is this $200 more of extras? I don't know. You be the judge. Now, what's going to happen next is I'm going to go and I'm going to do a video on each one of these guns. First impressions, where I really explain stuff about the guns. And I'll release those out in the next couple of days. And then I will take them to the gun range, and I'm going to run all these guns, and I'm going to tell you what I think about them. I tell you how strong they are, how weak they are, the strengths of some of them, reliability, sight picture, the way the triggers feel, how they actually shoot. And then I'll come back and I'll lay all 3 of these guns out, and we will just talk about, you know, what you get for your dollars. And you can make decisions for yourself. Now, what I will tell you is, if you liked the idea, if you like the premise of this, go ahead and hit the like button. If there's something specific you want to see me try out with these different guns before I make it to the range, go ahead and put a comment down below. If you have anybody that you think is thinking about buying a firearm and that this might be some good information for them, go ahead and share this video and let them know what you think about the bucket. And we're going to see if we can get you learnt up good. This is the bucket signing off. You guys stay safe and stay classy.
I learned a lesson. Never half-ass 2 things. Whole-ass 1 thing.